I think my mother is selfish and I want out. I have had issues with my mother my whole life. I've never felt wanted by her. She comes from a culture where as a woman she has to get married and have children. I don't think she's ever wanted to be a mother. She doesn't have a maternal bone in her body. After I stopped being a cute doll to dress up and show off, it seems like she got bored and kind of just forgot about me. I've been neglected by her and emotionally and financially abused. I have 2 older sisters. The oldest one is basically the one who raised me instead of my mother. She is from my father's past relationship, so she's not related to my mother at all. She got into a fight with her and she packed her stuff and left the next day, no goodbye. I was no older than 7. After that, I had to learn everything myself. My other sister was my best friend for a while, but when she hit her preteen phase, she dedicated 6 years of her life to bullying me. My dad was in and out, and every time I did something my mom didn't like, she would threaten to abandon me and move to a different country and start a new life where she doesn't have to deal with me. We moved around a lot, so I could never keep any friends. The combination of all those things has bred some intense abandonment issues in me. She has insulted every aspect of me. I currently live with my sister and mom. We split the bills. I add $300 to the rent, I pay the internet bill, which is only $15, the electric bill, which is typically $250 because it's summer in Texas, and our phone bill, which is $230. It used to be $80, but I switched to AT&T after I fell and broke my phone and needed to replace it immediately. I got the newest iPhone at that time, and my mom was upset because she also wanted a new phone. After 2 weeks of her telling me that I don't love her, I caved in, and we came to an agreement that if I paid the down payment for her phone, she would pay off the monthly installments. She promised. She did not keep her promise. I am paying off the installments. A month later, she tells me there's something wrong with her phone and she needs the account PIN so she can go to the store and have them fix it. I say okay. I give her the account PIN. Apparently, what was wrong with the phone was that it didn't have the newest Apple Watch attached to it, so she pays the down payment for that and has me paying off the monthly and service payments. So her portion of the phone bill is $130. I brought it down by reducing us to the lowest plans possible, which she frequently complains about. She has 3 other phones, by the way. Just thought that was important to note. My goal is to work enough overtime to where I can pay off devices whole and switch to a cheaper service provider. I haven't been able to do that because I work part-time because I have been so sick physically and mentally. I was hospitalized twice last year, and I never really got caught up on my bills. Every paycheck is deciding which bill I can ask for an extension on. About after I turned 7, she just stopped putting money into me. I'll be honest, she was practically a single mother. My dad didn't help us at all. We were on food stamp. My sister and I were on Medicaid. My mom had 2 part-time jobs. There was a struggle. I'd have understood if we didn't have nice things. I grew up thinking my mom didn't have money for us except for to pay the rent and the bills. But she had money. Just only for her. She would pay the bills. She would send money to her family back in Africa, and then the rest of the money she would spend on bags, shoes, clothes, decorations, unnecessary shit, but just for her. She would always come home with a new designer bag, new designer glasses, fancy shoes, fancy clothes, fancy jewelry, fancy makeup. Meanwhile, I was wearing the same tattered clothes every year. I was outgrowing my shoes and experiencing a lot of foot pain because I didn't fit into them. The school ended up being my main source for all of my needs. I got everything from the school supply closet: pads, tampon, soap, deodorant. They got me a new pair of shoes every year through the Angel Tree program. It really hurts asking my mom to get me new underwear or new pants and her saying we didn't have money, but then she would come home with another LV bag. Fake or not, you don't need 500 bags. She is a hoarder. She has a shopping addiction. She's bad with money. Everyone knows it. My parents even had a fight about it. That ended up in us having to call the police. She still does this to this day, but now because I have a job, she will ask me for money, and it hurts when she'll tell me she doesn't have money for gas, and so I'll send her money and then she'll come home with shopping bags from 4 different department stores. Every time I check her location, if she's not at work, she's at a fucking department store. If I don't send her money, she'll tell me that I don't love her. Truth is, I don't know if I do. The shit that she has said to me, my mental health is completely destroyed. Honestly, I don't know if I even ever had a good mental health. My dad's side of the family would try to send me money. They will send it to her and she wouldn't give it to me. She would keep it. She wouldn't tell me about it, or if my family told me that they sent me money and I would ask her about it, she would lie and say that it was for her. Birthday money. Christmas money. I love you money. All of it went to her wallet. We've tried therapy at one point. I voted against it, but my therapist was so adamant that it would help. It was the most awful 3 sessions I've ever had in my life. She basically said that she doesn't like me, but because I'm her daughter she's obligated to have some sense of love for me. All I want in life is to become independent so I can go no contact with everyone and move across the country and start over. Being in the same room as my mother makes me spiral. Thinking about her for more than a minute makes me spiral. Every psychiatrist I've had has told me I need to get out of this house. But I'm not independent. I don't know how to drive. I have no money saved for a car. And I can't work enough. I haven't even been able to start trade school. I have no friends or hobbies, and I've been depressed for 8 years and counting. I am stuck and it hurts. I tried to file my taxes this year. I've been working since I was 15, but this was my first time being able to file them. I tried to file them. It gave me the error code that my social security number was on someone else's taxes. She filed me as a dependent and took that money too. Every year she failed me as a dependent and has never spent that money on me. She always spends it on new furniture or some other bullshit. I could have really used that money to catch up. That was my last straw. I sent her a text telling her that I wanted her to pay her half of the bill because half of those fees I didn't even agree to. And because I'm not working enough to be able to pay all my bills, afford my transportation to work, afford my groceries and afford the things that I need to take care of me like meds, doctor's appointments, etc. She didn't respond to the text. She came home and berated me and said I didn't love her and that I wanted her to die. Said that I didn't appreciate her and that she took care of me just for me to hurt her by trying to set a boundary. Crying and everything. I didn't say anything and just walked away. Cried a little bit and slept it off. I just need someone to tell me that I'm not overreacting. That yes, she suffered, but she made me suffer too. And that it's okay for me to want to end my relationship with her. And that it's okay for me to want her to pay her own bills. I have no emotional permanence partly because her behavior towards me was so inconsistent that I have no idea how to feel about her. Sometimes she loved me, sometimes she hated me. I don't know how to feel anymore. I've spent my whole life justifying the way that people treat me, and I've had enough of letting people walk all over me. It's always what did I do for that person to want to hurt me like that? Why did I make them do that? Why was I not good enough for them to treat me like a fucking human being? I've had enough. I feel so guilty all of the time.